Find yourself getting passed by multiple cars, as I mentioned earlier on, so you're off in a very precarious situation, but he often finds himself in these places. He doesn't qualify as well as he races.
Up front they are getting with Lee Aberdeen and Luca Varani not very far apart at all here, but I just want to see how Alistair Haig deals with Marcello Kessler coming around the old hairpin.
Say it's not the best decision they've ever made, just not having done that under the safety car, really.
Yeah, they're taking their pit stop strategies from Ferrari lately or something. What's going on?
In turn one, just too much gas on them, too much feet on the out pedal, and unfortunately he's dropped him all the way down the order, but Philip Hammer is out in front by an 8.91 seconds. Dan Michael is a wall there, sir. And it definitely doesn't want to be hitting that earlier on as well.
Difficult, the understeer is in the dirty air through that final corner because it's such a long corner and you get dragged off into the grass very easily. He'll have the slipstream down it towards the chicane. Peterson was briefly alongside, but that slipstream has saved him and kept him in third.
Yeah, Varani now lost a little bit of time to Aberdeen, about half a second. Peterson is Pike's pushed Morton forward up ahead. He's got out of line. It's now Pike going to have a go at Werrell. Don't push him off. He's in the championship fight. Jack Werrell down, Jacqueline further down. Rob Williams and Chris Barnes.
Sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly. Miller's just like trouble. He's left on second and change. All of a sudden Miller's back in play.
On to the back end of Phil Jocelyn, so there's been a lot of movers and shakers in this first 2 laps here for race.
Absolutely serious racing league. Everybody's a lot have fun. Yeah, it's all about the entertainment. So I hope everybody is enjoying themselves out there in the chat. We know that Ron is been enjoying himself watching. And the Burger King machine's off into the grass a little bit there. Is that really bunching up now?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rev them engines. Sit back and enjoy the Tuesday night BSC full season round 3 from Atlanta Motor Speedway for the bankrupt 100 here. And the number of laps is in the title. We have 100 laps for you here. Stage break at 40. 4 sets of tyres and 70% fuel. So it should be a very, very exciting one indeed. Let's bring you up to date with the scores on the doors. Dan Michelle out in front at the moment on 90 points with Alex Witt in second and Devon Collicott in third. Then we got Terry Spainhour in fourth there on 75, tied with Cody Kern. Then we've got Calvin Ross, Noel Jakowitz, Seth Pegg, Brandon McLaughlin, Matthew Erickson, David Trogdon, Terry Spainhour, Terry W. Spainhour, Armand Brusso, Bradley Young, Rodney Roberts, Jordan Malcolm, Anthony Radel, Zachary Lewis, Greg Sherman, Paul Buchanan, Tom Lanier, Joshua Keefe, Joshua Kuhn, Rob Sizemore, Andrew Almquist, and Trenton Kimmel. But where is it today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's at Atlanta. On the right-hand side, you can see the fuel at 70%, 4 sets of tyres, and stage break at lap 40. Off to a road circuit next week. That should be fun for us all as we're heading into Watkins Glen. The only good thing about that is we don't really have yellow flags. But let's bring Kenton Sportak into the booth, the man with the know. Kenton, welcome in, buddy. How are you?
Doing well. Had a little trip out to Vancouver on the weekend to play in a tournament, and flew back just in time for my wife's and I's first wedding anniversary tonight, actually. So very excited to get going on this and enjoying some time watching cars go left.
Hold on a minute. So it's yours and the wife's wedding anniversary, and you're sat up in the booth with me.
Oh, we're not. Good luck even noticing. Had I not said anything, our big anything to show off or talk about it or anything like that was us posting a photo of our officiant, who's a friend of both of us, and that was it. We didn't say anything. There's not even, you can't even find like wedding photos anywhere. So we were like, we'll post this and just kind of run with it and see how many people actually ask. And our big dinner for the night is going to be some Subway, because neither of us felt like cooking because it's like 30 degrees and we're just like, nah. And after the weekend, my wife played, I want to say it was 6 games in 2 days in 30-degree weather outside. So yeah, and close up around there for myself. So we're a little tuckered. So we're just like, we'll relax and have some nice easygoing evening.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're confused what to do on your wedding anniversary, post one picture and then sit down with a Subway. So there you go. Sounds like the perfect evening, to be blatantly honest with you. We are into qualifying at the moment. Noel Jakowitz out in front on a 31.45. Joshua Keefe with the 31.45, near enough the same time as Noel Jakowitz there. So it's going to be interesting to see. Oh, there you go. Dan Michelle comes in on a 31.31. Fast-paced action. Good evening, Billy Cooper. Good luck, TJ and Brad and Lydia. Good go, TJ, love and fart. So there we go. What do we expect from Road Atlanta, right? Because obviously we're on the 22 layout, so 1.54 miles. On the turns it's 28 degrees banking, and on the straights it's 5 degrees. Could be quite exciting. I'm expecting full flat. I didn't really see any braking in practice at all, and I just feel that this could be a Daytona Talladega-esque caution race.
Well, I can't speak to the cautions. That'll be more up to the drivers, I believe. But yes, it is. It's like Daytona and Talladega, but the light version. It's not quite as fast. It is kind of that more plate restrictor sort of style racing. You are basically flat out, maybe a little like a smidgen of lifting once tires are completely dead, or if you're in the draft. Obviously, draft will play a significant part in this race. the 28 degrees on the turns, 5 on the straightaways is going to be very important, as that's what allows them to keep that speed. Probably 2 lanes the entirety of this race, not wanting to do what Michelle did right there. You want to keep all parts attached of your car.
And you don't want to be spinning.
It's going to be quick. Yeah. The nice thing compared to Daytona, though, and I'd say in a sense, kind of compared to Talladega, is it's very wide. You're looking on the racing surface specifically, so not including the apron. On the straightaways, you've got 52 feet wide on the front stretch and 42 feet on the back stretch, and then 40 in the corners. So you've got a good amount of space that you can kind of maneuver through and try and avoid other cars and things like that. But it's just going to be you still have to be smart and obviously take advantage of opportunities that are there without forcing those opportunities. But as long as you kind of drive smart, you'll be all good.
All right, now let me ask a question to you. Why would I name this the Bankrupt 100?
The Bankrupt 100. I honestly have no idea why it's the Bankrupt 100.
No, this is not an Armand Brousseau name. This is a James Parfitt name. Why would I name it the Bankrupt 100? Now, obviously, the 100 gives you the laps, but why Bankrupt?
Let's find out. What has Atlanta done
don't
recently?
you be sneaking through Google. Don't you?
Honestly, off the top of my head, I know nothing when it comes to that.
Okay, well, let's just put it this way. In 1971, this race circuit officially filed for bankruptcy. It was saved by the fact that it was given a bank loan to host the 1971 Atlanta 500. And Hal Hamrick, who was at the time the former general manager, said, if the fans don't turn out for this one, it is the end of Major League Auto Racing in Atlanta and the end of an era. So, of course, at that point, 1971, Atlanta 500 saw a crowd of 57,000 people, which secured the finances and allowed them to hold the 1972 Atlanta 500 as well. But yes, it went bankrupt in 1971. So there we go. Here we go. Some pointless information for you there as well. Rodney Roberts is on pole position. Go Rodney. Alex Witt in second with Dan Michelle in third. Then Matt Erickson in fourth. Tom Kuhn in fifth. Brian McLaughlin in sixth. Andrew Jamelin in seventh. TJ Spainhour eighth. Trenton Kibble 9th, Armand Brousseau 10th, Bradley Young 11th, and Cody Kerm down in 12th place. Then we've got David Trogdon, Derek Green, Joshua Keefe, Devon Collicott, Noel Jakowitz, Rob Sizemore, Calvin Ross, Seth Pegg, Terry W, Spainhour, and Anthony Radel, the last one on the grid. So there we go. Some pointless information for you on that one, Kenton. I'm not entirely sure if you knew that it had gone bankrupt, but yes, officially it went bankrupt. And it only, mind you, was able to put the 1971 on from securing a loan from the First National Bank of Atlanta, where 5 board members also pledged to raise $175,000 to $200,000 for the race to run. And the race later found itself to be the crucial to Atlanta Raceway's survival. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, I did not know that, but there you go. So your fun information on the day.
You know, I thought I'd bring some little... One of us has got to have a little bit of knowledge about what we're talking about. Oh, ouch.
Very true. I did know that originally this track came out and it was banked at 24 degrees with minimal banking on the straightaways, but in 2001 was repaved, and they kept the reconfiguration, or the configuration. They didn't really change too much, other than increasing the bank by the 4 degrees. To allow for Speedway Park style racing without having to be a 2+ mile track.
Well, there you go. Look at this. For all this knowledge you're earning at home this evening here as well. Seth Pegg in YouTube chat. Let's go. he said there as well. Go Trenton, go Alex, says Angie Kimmel. Thanks for joining us on that one. If you're wondering why the guys are in yellow on the left-hand side of the timing table, they are the ones that have qualified for the final race. Now, we got this wrong last week. I presume the championship race was in Phoenix. But as I've been informed, it actually isn't going to be in Phoenix. There'll be one more race after that where the 6 of them will fight it out. 3 spaces up for grabs, excluding the 3 that have already qualified. And they will be basically battling it out in the championship finale. So stay tuned for that one. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages, get your drinks, get your popcorn, because the Bank Run 100 is green, green, green. Rodney Roberts holds that inside line here, getting the jump right at the start over Alex Witt on the outside. Dan Michelle tucked in third. Matt Eriksson on the outside in that 28 orange livery Belimo car there in fourth place. 2 wide currently at the moment as well. There was somebody running a little bit wide further back. There is a FedEx machine in the middle. That is the number 91 of Devon Collicott. Got a bit high and dry and Hanson and got strung out just a little bit. I wish this back end would sort out what they're doing here, Kenton, because they're getting very, very squiggly, while the front with Alex Witt is going to take up the mantle.
Yeah, there we go. Saw Ericsson going down trying to follow Alex Witt there, and there wasn't quite as much space as there was when Alex Witt went down, but and Dan Michelle taking over at that top line. Rodney Roberts and Alex Witt kind of right on top of each other, which is going to be beneficial. If you're able to work sort of in a smaller group, it does make life a little easier. You're not having to worry so much about everyone kind of going sideways. Causing other problems, and keep yourself out of trouble near the front there. But that top line looks like it needs to get a little closer together and start working a little more, because they are definitely losing some time to the front now 3 of Witt, Roberts, and Kuhn. But in draft racing, he'll be up there real fast, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for too long.
Yeah, well, you can see now that outside line getting a run. Dan Michelle moving himself up. What was effectively third on the racetrack is now sitting in 4th. Jay Millins on that inside line. Through turn 2 they go. 22, Derek Green has already missed there. He's back off the pack. For some reason I cannot figure out, unless he completely missed the start. And unfortunately for him, he's no longer further up. Rodney Roberts having a great race, taking up the mantle in the Mountain Dew livery machine. He's looking at the inside of Mr. Witt at this moment in time. Is he going to be able to make it through? There's the yellow. Oh, Peggles. Got a funny feeling it is Mr. Seth Pegg. Whoa, no. Sorry, Seth, I blamed you on that one. It wasn't you.
He made it out all okay.
Yeah, was it? Starts off with Devon Collicott there. Mr. Devon Collicott. I'm going to go backwards. Just ignore what I'm doing. And unfortunately, Devon looks like he comes down on that inside line. Into the 20, Johnny Bravo of Calvin Ross. Bang.
Yeah, I think that actually had a little bit of it's like Cody Kern in the 23 kind of bouncing off the wall a little bit too.
Did he tap the wall first?
The 23 does. You can see here, right?
Yeah. He scrubs speed
kind
off,
of bounces back. And then at that point, Collicott's just doing what he can. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Keeps up here, look, thinking he's going to get away with it. He's going to get away with it. No, he's not. As he gets a massive door bang there as well, as Calvin Ross loses his back end. There was also the 21 in that, and that was poor old Anthony Radel. Seth Pegg took to the grass and ran away like a scolded cat there, didn't Mr. Pegg? However, he is in the pit lane. He's not changed his livery this week from the last one we saw, so it's a bit of a surprise on that one for Mr. Seth Pegg. But first caution on lap 5, Collicott on Ross with a little bit of help from Cody Kern. And unfortunately, everybody else just got caught up involved in that with Radel and Seth Pegg involved there as well. Not necessarily, I would say, looking at this now, a great thing to be happening on lap 5. The word on the street is obviously what we would normally say is cautions breed cautions. Now, are we going to rely on the fact that cautions aren't going to breed cautions here and we might make stage after this run?
I wouldn't be too surprised. I think that was a little bit of a little nerves and jitteriness and kind of getting under the way. The biggest concern I think we're going to have going forward is that apron going through the tri-oval aspect, or the quad oval. I forgot it's not a tri-oval here. It is a quad oval. But we did see it just before that caution took place. Rodney Roberts getting in under Alex as he came back up off of the apron and had a little bit of a door bang with Alex Witt there. That could get a little dicey as we move later on, and tires are a little bit more worn and issues could arise from that, so we'll have to keep an eye on how that goes, but hopefully not too bad.
Yes, excuse me. Thank you very much. There as well. Lucky enough I did mute my microphone. I like this livery, that's why. Not good enough, Seth. Not good enough. We're so used to seeing you change it on a weekly basis, so I'm not sure why you felt the need to keep the livery that we've seen already on that one. So please correct yourself for next week. That would be great. And if you don't, well, there'll be a points penalty coming for you on that one. I'm not sure I've got the power to do that, to be blatantly honest with you, Kenton, but, you know, it's fun to feel powerful for a brief moment.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, understandable. And I mean, now also I have some ammunition for you to use against Armin Brusso, by the way, for getting Monza as the track for the championship.
If only.
Did you hear about Carburetor Cup was there right now?
No.
Right? Or, sorry, not the Carburetor. Yeah, no, not right now, but the Carburetor Cup has run there. Max Verstappen was in that race.
No.
He heard Kyle Larson thinking that he could beat Max Verstappen in racing and took that real personally and hopped into NASCAR.
Oh, right, okay. Well, there you go. Kenton there as well. Max did. Green. Let's get this up and running, then we'll carry on that conversation because I'm a little bit lost. Alex Witt is in first, Roberts in second, Jamal in third, Michelle in fourth. On the run into turn 2, or on the exit of turn 2, they're coming out now as well. These four have kind of broken away. If they can stay together, it might not be a bad thing on this one, but it's we'll see what happens there. Further back, getting a little bit squirrely in there. Seth's in there as well. Derek Green, Anthony Radel, Collicott, Trogdon, Calvin Ross, and Josh Keith is on the high side. I think Josh is a lap down. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one to decipher. Because, dear sir, it went on here. Oh. Wow. So if you're ever going to fly across the racetrack, you might as well do it like that.
Yep, might as well commit fully.
Yeah, Alex Witt, I can guarantee there was a nudge from Roberts there. That would be the point of that. He's going to bump him on the exit. Yep. And just run him. Unfortunately, it looked like he just kind of almost ran straight over in there as well. Right, carry on with that story. What was that about Max and Larson?
Oh, yeah. So Kyle Larson said, I know in my mind I am better than Max Verstappen.
Fair play.
As an all-around driver.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a very bold statement, considering Max kind of is insane when it comes to driving.
So what happened?
So someone was racing against Max Verstappen in an oval race in the Carburetor Cup.
In iRacing.
Okay. But it was on the Monza Oval.
Nice, love that.
And Max won. And of course he did. Because it's Max and he wins pretty much anything he touches. It was
apart from last weekend where he finished 6th, but you know, I guess we're ignoring that.
Yeah, that's Red Bull's fault, not his.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, hey, we get to use, any Max fan gets to use that statement now. That's what Lewis Hamilton fans have been saying forever. Oh, it's not Lewis. He's not washed. It's Mercedes.
Yeah, I know.
That's how everyone is.
It's the same with anybody at the front, isn't it? Let's be real. We get it in soccer as well.
Anybody at any level.
Yeah.
Anybody at any of those drivers, like, it doesn't matter who they are, even if they're dead last. Well, it's not their fault. It's the team.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's. I thought it was. I got a good chuckle out of the Sergio Perez. Well, now Max knows what it's like, or how I felt for the last 10 races. About all of last year. Where was that excuse? Like, what happened last year? Then?
Well, he ain't wrong, is he? Let's be real about it for poor old Checo. I like Checo, but he's just not really kind of. He's not delivered his racing point speed, has he? Let's be real about it for poor old Checo. And I suppose the problem is as well is when you're hindered, when you are labelled and your contract says you're a number 2 and you're going to be second on development parts, you're going to be second because this man wants you to lose. It's all... Yeah, I hate this 1-2 driver rubbish, to be blatantly honest. They should treat each driver equally. If the number 1 driver was that good, he would beat him in a car that's identical 100%, not, oh, Max has got a different wing to Checo because we thought we'll try it on Max's car or whatever. I think it's just it's a crock of rubbish, to be blatantly honest with you.
They both had the same floor and Checo couldn't handle it, so we had to go back to the old one. So I mean, I don't think it's so much of a, and I mean, obviously, yes, some parts will go straight to Max and others will, depending on what the development aspect of them is, but it's been repeated by every team on every set of drivers that sometimes that one part just doesn't work with that driver on how it's designed to work. So they might have to tweak things and adjust stuff, but you can't say that Max wouldn't beat Checo in the exact same car.
If you're gonna design it for one specific driver, it's clearly not going to suit the other one, is it? I'm not saying Max won't beat him. I'm not saying Max won't beat him. I'm just saying that, you know, if you're gonna give him a different car, what do we expect? Anyway, enough of my
statement on this later.
Enough of my controversies. Oh, people went green and nobody went anywhere. Dan Michel went somewhere and went straight into the back of Alex Wick. Colin Cott did the same thing. Jamelin got strung out. No, it wasn't Jamelin. Who was it down further down in that one there as well, in that 19 machine? It was Tom Kuhn. Got stuck there and they all bunched up, and unfortunately it was nowhere to be seen. Nobody went anywhere, and Roberts is throwing the blocks up early, and we're only on lap 13.
Yeah, that's bold strategy. It's a little early to be throwing heavy blocks like that, I guess, but this Dan Michel's just gone, I'm going to go 3 wide now. So that front end group is going to get a little spicy up there.
Yeah, but are they going to string him out now? Because, they haven't. They've strung out Ericsson on the outside line. Where is Noel Jakowitz going to put himself? Brad Young can't go anywhere either. Ericsson is running that outside line. He's trying to keep it 3 wide. He's going to end up going backwards unless he could slot in now. Jakowitz is giving him space. Ericsson should use that space there. You can see Ericsson on the outside. Whoa! That's TJ. Where the blinking Nora did TJ Spainhour just... it went on behind as well.
Shenanigans were going on behind. That's what was going on.
Deciphering this one. So
TJ used the apron, got underneath Brad Young.
Yeah.
He's fully on the track now, so there's nothing there.
What's the 11 of Brusso?
Kimmel just comes down.
Brusso goes up.
Kimmel comes. Yeah, Brusso goes up into I believe that's Kuhn, who kind of bounces off of Brad Young. Kimmel goes down to kind of get ready for the next corner. I just don't think he realized that TJ was there. Because TJ is on the track. I think just TJ got a huge run coming out of there. And unfortunately, I think that, that was a whole bundle of just all over the place.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, we are 3 cautions in here as well on that one. Brad Young was in there. TJ was in there. Mr. Armand Brusso was in there. We haven't had a chat with a driver yet, have we? Who should we have a chat with? Where are you? Where are you, actually? You're in the pits. I do love a good chat with Tom Kuhn. So let's pop him up into the waiting room and then we have a quick chat with, unfortunately, the 19 Ford there of Mr. Tom Kuhn, who was involved in that incident there as well. Tom, how are you, first of all?
Good. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing very well, dear. So I just want to check on the safety of you to make sure, you know, you haven't got any aches and pains or any broken bones after that one. Are you physically okay?
I'm doing best I can. I got a little shortness of breath going there, maybe a little anxiety after that, but other than that, I think I'm still focused.
All right. Well, there's no need, to, by the looks of it, for you to go off to the medical centre, so I'm pleased about that one. I don't know. Let's make it as real life as we can, Tom. Anyway, dude, what's going on out there in the racing? You know, you seem to be in the thick of it, then.
Yeah, I was in third for the beginning part of this, and then all of a sudden I got moved back a little bit, and then I just got tangled up. But I was pretty confident and having fun, and I'm looking forward to the remainder of this.
Yeah, who's on the front of your car?
Toby Keith. It was paying tribute to Toby Keith, who died last year.
Oh, okay. So I'm an Englishman. Sorry, I don't know who that was.
He's a country western singer for us.
Oh, okay. What's the ambitions for today then, Tom? Where are we going to see you, bud?
I hope to be back up where I was. I don't like being on the tail end of number 4 in front of me. That's the son-in-law, and him and I got to be in front of him.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough there as well, to be blatantly honest. Bit of family rivalry.
It's a little family. Yes, exactly.
You could give him, you know, just a little nudge on the way through, you know. Just say, I'm not condoning violence in a car.
That's right.
I'm just saying. Could just
as long as I don't wipe him out, I'd be a little upset if I did that.
Well, if you do it on coming out of turn 3, mate, he's got the whole of the inside to worry about it. Especially if you tap him on the right, it will spin him to the left. So therefore, he's got the whole of the grass to run on. Not that I thought about it too much at all.
You know, if he hears this could be considered a conspiracy.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's only a conspiracy if it comes true. But if it ain't going to come true, we're fine, Tom. All right? Listen, dude, I'll pop you back down because you're going to get up and running, mate. Have a good one. I'll catch you later.
All right. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Not that I'm condoning violence on the racetrack, but son-in-law, father-in-law. Why not?
100%. Just a wee, you know, a little bit of love, a little bruise or two on the car. Good to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been watching I've watched a video today. It was quite funny. I told my wife I'm going to do it to her, where men literally drop their wives off at the door, or their father-in-law knock on the door and go, "She's too expensive, you can have her back," and then run off and leave the wife stood on the doorstep. And the father-in-law comes running out behind her, going, no backsies, you can't bring her back. So there we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, lap 18, third caution in. We've just had a nice chat with Tom Kuhn, and once more we are up and running. We are green. Rodney Roberts, I've got to give you a shout out, sir. You are driving out of your skin there on that outside line. However, Dan Michel has just done a nice little dirty on you and dropped down on that inside line. Strung you up a little bit there on that one, Mr. Roberts, sir. I would probably look at tucking in behind Jackowitz before it's too late. However, he has now got some love on that outside line with Matt Eriksson coming down for him on there as well. Still too wide further back. In fact, I think at one point Keith was out at the he was out nearly tucking 3 wide with Seth Pegg in there. They're all a little bit still spread all over the racetrack here, Kenton. And you know, I've got that broken puzzle effect more than the 2-line sleek running machine.
Yeah, and I think that's largely just because there is so much space, and guys kind of still are jostling for position. It's a deceiving track because it is a mini version of Daytona, but people don't tend to drive it like that for whatever reason. I think whether it's a combination of being able to go down below the apron because it is a quad oval, it's not as rounded, you kind of have that double corner coming through the start-finish line, or if it's just a case of people trying to make moves early because they know it's a shorter track, shorter laps. It's a little harder to make some bigger moves. I don't know, but yeah, it's there we go. 4 cautions now.
Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie blinking Nora, what's going on back here? And
I want to say that was not on, like, that wasn't started by him. I think he gets bumped or he just loses it. I can't tell yet. Okay, so he comes in.
Is he going to tap him round there? Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
He kind of. I think that net codes a little bit.
Yeah, there was a little bit of that involved, and then both himself and Mr. Collicott end up in the wall. So
Yeah, because it looks like Collicott tries to get around him, just misses him. Although I don't know how, because pretty sure half his car is in, or a good chunk of the car was inside his trunk. But whatever. And then I think it just kind of net codes him sideways because he's at the door basically by the time he starts spinning. But I don't think that was actually on him.
Right, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a chat with the man in the Nesquik livery machine here this evening as well, Mr. Armand Brousseau, the boss man himself. Armand, how are you doing?
Stressing out already.
I did think you might be up there, dear sir. You know, another grey hair popping out on your chin, maybe coming on for you. 4 cautions deep. We're only on lap 21. Any words of wisdom that you've been handing down to that lovely set of drivers you've got underneath you?
Well, I mean, I got leaders playing games on restarts. I got people sitting at 3 wide. People not knowing how to drive in the quad oval, so they kind of get loose, and then all of a sudden it forces the 3 wide, or else a bigger crash will happen. Literally everything you could think of that has gone wrong on this race so far has gone wrong. People forget that it's a 100-lap race, and they want to go flat out. Yes, it races like Daytona, but you can't pass like you can at Daytona. You just got to stay in the trap, wait for somebody to make a mistake, and make it through.
Okay, great words of wisdom. You were caught up in one of them yourself, mind you.
Hey, it wasn't my fault.
I never said that.
Yeah, but
I'm just asking that you were caught up in one.
I was caught up in one because people did something dumb.
Exactly, and I never once stated it was Mr. Brousseau's fault.
As you can tell.
You are Aggie this evening, aren't you?
Well, yeah, because there's no reason for this race to go this bad.
Do you need a cuddle?
I could use a cuddle, that would be nice.
Alright, whereabouts are you?
I'm in Massachusetts.
If anybody in YouTube chat is near Massachusetts, please let me know, and I will send you around to Armand Brousseau's house to give him a nice little bear hug, because he's feeling very stressed about now.
I wanted a cuddle from you.
I know, but I've got to get on a plane, and by the time I get
but
there, this race is going to...
I probably live closer to you than anybody else in this race.
Sorry?
I probably live closer to you than anybody else in this race.
I don't know. We got fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the fans don't count. I mean, they count for you, but as far as all the drivers on track, I think I'm geographically closer to you than anybody.
Alright, well, next time I think about flying over, I'll come and give you a cuddle.
You don't want to come to Massachusetts. It kind of sucks.
Alright, is it cold and do I have snow?
Yeah.
Alright, mate. Well, listen, I better pot you back. You're going green. Lovely to talk to you.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Have a good night, guys.
Well, there you go. That was a conversation and a half, and it had nothing to do with the racing. On that one, apart from obviously the bit in the earlier beginning. Right, now we've heard the problems, we've heard Brousseau, let's see what goes on here. Let's hope we can get this clean start that we should get here once more. Green flag has dropped into the Geico restart zone we go. And ladies and gentlemen, once more, we are up and running. Stage in 15. Can we get to stage, Mr. Sportak, before we have any more dramas?
I have an answer, but I'm just waiting to see. It looks like Rosie's going to go for a dive up the inside there. So I was like, oh, let's hold on my statement before that. I think we're going to start seeing a little bit of a calm down here, especially once we get a little closer to stage. There's no massive need to kind of be shoving guys out of the way as we make our way through. 15 laps to go. It's a long race. Like, we just need to take a moment. People need to take that deep breath. You know, take a little quick swig of their Mountain Dew, or I'm trying to see if anyone else has a car that has a liquid flavors on it, and I'm not seeing a whole lot. But oh no, I think Anthony Radel had some Crown Royal. as his livery. So, you know, whatever you need to do, and just kind of take a breath. I'm going to calm down and realize there's still 74 laps to go, 73 laps to go. So you've got time. Stage breaks. So I just said.
I suppose from our part that might have looked closer than it is, because let's not forget that front left camera is on the pole, right?
Yeah.
It's on the pole, so it sticks out.
Invisible pole.
Yeah, it sticks out quite far. So maybe we need to do a little bit of mending on some of these car cams here, because, as I say, very unrealistic that there's a car with a pole for a camera sticking out on that one as well. But that Nesquik car must have been within about a 2-foot radius, so hence we ended up going through the car underneath. Witt pushes up to the top lane. I'm quite surprised he did that, because that's going to allow that bottom lane to come through, led by Andrew Jamelin, who's going to have Rodney Roberts pushing him along, Matt Erickson in there, Brusso's in there as well. Then further back, of course, we've got cars starting to separate around. Joshua Keefe is still in there, father-in-law in there as well. Tom's right behind him. If anything happens, I've got nothing to do with it, okay? It's nothing to do with me on that one. Oh, blimey. Is that Brad?
Slide on by Brad there, yeah. Just slotted her right into a little bit of an open space. And yeah, the only thing I can think of with Witt on moving up to that top lane is it's his entire team. Dan Michel, Joel Jackowitz, that he can actually now work with, especially because I know him and Dan and himself are very accustomed to driving with/against each other. So getting that push isn't going to feel so foreign, or it's not going to be a surprise as to where the contact is made and things like that. So I think that's largely why, but it was a bold strategy, I guess.
Ooh,
see how it pans out.
Yeah. Rodney Roberts. Stop it. Literally just nearly run over Jamelin. You got a little bit squirrely there, so that bottom line having a little bit of a moment. It was still 2. You can see these cars right in front of you, 20, well, I'm going to say 18 of them, because I think there's a few further back than that. You can see them on the bottom part of your track map. That is Seth Pegg, Derek Green, I believe, in there, and Mr. Spainhour Senior, who quite hasn't got the memo. It might be best to stay single file. Push the 3 forward. Let's get yourselves back on to the pack if you're able to. Back up front, though. It's getting very, very tasty. Oh, Michel's just ended up in the wall. Michel has just ended up in the wall. Dan Michel on the outside line. He could get strung out here if Brusso doesn't allow him in, if Calvin Ross doesn't allow him in, Brandon McLaughlin doesn't allow him in. You can see Sizemore trying to squeeze him out as well. He just needs Keith. Nope, he's going to slot in there. Keith gave him a lot of room there, but Dan Michel, one moment in a wall, ended up all the way down in 15th. Easy as that, simple as that. That's it.
Yeah, that was a little sketchy for Dan Michel. Thankfully able to keep it out of the other vehicles. But yeah, that's kind of the sort of with what Brusso said, is it drives like Daytona, and you can see it as soon as he was kind of out of that draft. It was just ticking drivers by as they just went flying by with that draft, and he had nothing. So he was able, thankfully, to slot himself back in. Now he'll have to work his way back near the front, which usually involves mainly avoiding getting taken out, as he gives Sizemore a little bit of a bump there up on the right-hand side of Trenton Kimmel.
Yeah, Kimmel there in the cockpit with Trenton Kimmel. You can see in front, that's Calvin Ross's machine. Sizemore on the outside. We're going to see Dan Michel there as well, trying to go through, but he's just got nowhere to go. Can't run him over. He cannot run him over. That's what he's on the circuit for. I'm not quite sure what the Jesus blinkers was going on up there at one point. Now somebody else has been pushed out. I think that might be Jackowitz on the outside there as well. Everybody can run underneath him. Dan Michel's going to try and run up there with him. Of course, the 2 guys from the BCR. Michel gets covered up in the work just by Brian McLaughlin sticking his nose out a little bit further out. Brusso's in the middle. Now McLaughlin sits back in behind him again. Perfect opportunity there for McLaughlin if he wanted to get the run on the outside of Brusso and leave him going down that middle lane.
Yeah, a little sketchy. Again, Jack was kind of getting left out, and you can see Alex Witt looked like just slotted straight down and kind of left him alone and stayed with this little front four. So we'll see if these guys are able to kind of create some space. Already starting 4/10 of a second, 3/10 of a second ahead. If they are able to sort of work together, they should be able to create a little bit of a gap, but looks like Young and Spainhauer decided, no, we're going to keep you close by, and really started to reel them in quite quickly. And good to see the Busy Bee duo going on.
It'd be better if Brad kept that car straight, otherwise TJ ain't going to be able to do the whole lot behind him. Witt's going to take it too wide again. Around the outside here, there's a lot of action up front. There's a lot of action mid-pack as well at this moment in time. But it is Young Spainhauer at the back end. There's Ericsson. I wish Witt would sort out what he's doing here. Spainhauer's got up the high side to go with him, which isn't a bad move. If you're going to follow anybody, you want to follow the seasoned vet like Alex Witt, who will keep that car straight for you and for you to be able to get a bump. And that was then picked by Cody Kern, who's going to pull Spainhauer forward here. Outside line, getting a little bit of energy at the moment. They're boiling up like a little bit of a Chinese sparkler. It's only when we're going to end up with a Chinese boom when it will all go off a little bit later, I'm sure, as we're coming to the end of the stage now. Andrew Jamelin, is he going to take this stage win? Is he going to get this done as they're going out of turn 2? Down that back straight we go now, coming down again into 3. It looks like Jamelin might wrap this one up. What's Roberts going to do here? Here's Roberts going to challenge him down into the final corner out of turn 3. 4 we go. It's going to be Jamelin taking the stage. There's a big old one in the further back. There's a big old one further back. Oh, it was Jamelin took it there as well, but what the gee whiz Batman went on further behind that. And we're going to pick up on Calvin Ross.
Oh, looked like Ross kind of spun a little bit there. He gets into the back, coming out of the corner.
I don't know as much as I want to say yes.
What do you mean? He wanted to say it? He's the only one there.
Yeah, he did. No, the only reason I said that is because it looked like Young had got himself a little bit loose. Then tries to overcorrect it. No, I'm not doubting there was contact, because there was. But I'm just saying it looked like, look at Terry, Mr. TJ.
He's passing that no-lift challenge down Michelle. There goes Trenton Kimmel now is going to go around.
Oh my!
Somehow TJ made it through that without even flinching.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look on board with Mr. TJ on that one, because that looked a very, very exciting moment for TJ.
Oh, he got a little bit of phantom damage there, but
let's go back. I just want to pick up on the little wiggle through the middle. So this is where it all kicks off here. That was staged. That was Andrew Jamelin who took the stage. I will try and have a catch up with him in a minute here as well, once these guys got their pit cycles out of the way. There's the movement. Bang. TJ just relies on the cars not being there. Look at that. Threads an eye on a needle, does Mr. TJ Spainhauer. And a great job from him. Right, Mr. Jamelin. Mr. Jamelin, where are you? There you are. We're going to have a chat now with your stage winner, Andrew Jamelin, who comes into the booth there. Andrew, welcome in, bud. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Oh, not bad, mate. What's it like out there at the moment? You took the stage win. That's good. First off, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was really interesting. I didn't know if I was going to try to get past for that stage win, or I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, well, you did a great job on that one there, bud, as well. How do you see the rest of the race going? Because, you know, with four force cautions in, pit lanes on the left there. And why are you not going in the pits?
Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't hear it.
Oh, apologies.
No, it's all right.
All right, okay, cool. Well, as long as that's all right. How do you see the rest of the race going for you?
It's definitely going to be a wild one. We shall see how it goes, for sure. It'll definitely be wild. Probably a lot more cautions, but just we'll play it as it goes, I guess.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on taking stage there, buddy, and let's see how you get on towards the end of the race.
Thank you.
I think I'm reading Mrs. Pickbox. Roberts gets the run out on pit lane, by the way, as well, with Witt, Kimmel, Ericsson, Jakowitz, Young, and TJ. So Young does make it out before TJ there as well. I think I made him miss his pit box.
Yeah, I think so too. So if Jamalan doesn't win, he gets to come after you.
Lovely. I guess Tom Kuhn doesn't need a bumper.
They're overrated.
Yeah.
All it does is slow you down. It's just extra weight. He's just being making his car lighter.
Is he? Did he get caught up in this little ta-ta-ta? Where did that bumper go anyway? And when did it go?
Well, I know he had an incident earlier on.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. There it was. Trying to avoid Ross, I think. Oh,
just
nope. No,
right into the side of him?
Yeah, no. Yeah, but he was locking. Give him credit there as well. He was locking brakes up there. Andrew Jamie, I do apologise if it was on me that you've just missed your pit box, dear sir, because you've chopped all the way down the order. Oops.
Yep. We're blaming James on this one.
Jessica's in YouTube chat as well. I do deeply apologise that he missed his hits there, and unfortunately, it's down in 20th. So, yeah. All DMs to Kenton Sportak. All right. He's the boss man tonight.
Yeah. DMs are James Parfitt at YouTube. Just in case you're wondering.
James Parfitt.
That's my DM. That's my personal DM. So yeah, right there.
Yeah, just leave us a message on the bottom of the broadcast. I'll respond to it tomorrow when I wake up. Actually, it's
a Dean Biggles. That's who you want to contact.
Yeah, send it to him. He definitely don't read them. I've sent him a few and he's ignored me, so I have to WhatsApp him now if I want to get hold of him. No need to apologise. I bet you're not saying that if your boy don't win at the end, Jess. I can tell you that much. Yeah, right.
It was all a ploy so TJ gets higher up.
Oh. Stop it. TJ's down in 13th at the moment as well. No, not really fun. But hey, we've got a long way to go. A long way to go. Right, ladies and gentlemen.
Got Radel and Peg. Yep, that's who I had starting the second stint of this.
Yeah, exactly. Keith, Collicott, Radel, Peg, after being involved in their own little incidents. We are green, green, green. Collicott did not go anywhere. Poor old Seth.
I don't think anyone went other than Keith there. Everyone just kind of was like, racing. Yeah,
yes,
that's a thing.
Oh, yeah, we are actually going. I've got to press this pedal on the right-hand side. There's 3 of them. But to be honest with you, I think Keith's going to be dragged so much fast back into that pack here. I don't think it's going to really make much of a difference. There you go. He's already attached to the pack again.
Big checkup.
Yeah, Andy Radel there in his Halloween livery already. My wife come home
Crown
today.
Royal.
Yeah, who was it?
Yeah, it's Crown Royal.
Is that Halloween?
It's Canadian. Crown Royal? No, it's actually a Canadian whiskey.
Oh, okay, cool. My wife come home today. She said, "Guess what?" I said, "What's that?" She said, "I saw Christmas stuff in the shop already." I went, "You're kidding me?" She went, "No." I was like, right, you're staying out of that shop, dear. Because this is a woman, mind you, who wanted to put Halloween decorations up in August.
I manage a store, and I have a firm, there is 0 Christmas decorations, Christmas music, or mentions of Christmas in my store until, absolute earliest December 1st.
Fair play.
I'm like, nope, I do not care. None of that.
No, I fully agree, and at the end of the day, I wouldn't want any of that either. That would just drive me absolutely crazy. I'm lucky that I work from home. I put my own Christmas decorations up whenever I want to. And I can tell you one thing, they ain't going up, so it doesn't really make a difference. But here we go, Radel, Michelle, Witt, Roberts, Keith, Sizemore battling out on the racetrack. Witt's trying to run that outside line once more. He's got Keith pushing him along there. Cody Kern tucked in a 23. Collicott behind in the Denny Hamlin FedEx liveried machine further back there. Sitting in there, they're all a little bit squirrely. I'm not too sure. Why are we so squirrely tonight? There isn't a lot of straight line running here.
The biggest reason, I mean, obviously, the ability to pass is so much harder that it's a little bit weirder. Plus, the quad oval aspect of this track makes it a little different trying to come through the front straight. so you have to actually have more steering input than you normally would on a restrictor plate style oval. And then the corners drop off quite hard, I find. Like, it's a very harsh drop off. I know Daytona's not exactly the highest when it comes on the back straight and front straights, but it seems like such an aggressive drop when you're coming off, especially on the inside line, that it kind of almost forces you a little squirrely. But it's also, yeah, people trying to say, oh, can I go here? Maybe not. And it's a very weird track, because it's kind of 4 different tracks trying to be one track, in the sense of what kind of racing style you're going to get, as we see Cody Kern looking to make a move, but almost losing his guard to Anthony Radels. Not really what he wants to do, because that's not how you win when your car is sideways, upside down, and backwards.
Yeah, definitely not on that. It's not an ideal way of running a race. Let's put it this way, because you kind of need it a little bit better than that one, as these guys continue to battle away. Witt's picked up the mantle, keeps Curran, Radel, Collicott, Roberts, Young, Sizewell, Bruce, Clotland, Ericsson, Jakowicz, Spainow are down in 14th place. Now, I say that like a surprise, right? But he's literally at the end of the line. Let's be real about it. He's not exactly far off the front for TJ, so I'm sure if he wants to settle in and get himself up to moving through the ranks here, I'm sure he can. It's only when you get out here is the problem. Andrew J. Millen, David Trogdon, Derek Green, and then you've got Kuhn and Kimmel and Spainow Senior further back there as well. You can see Kuhn just decided he didn't really need his bumper at all on his pit stop, but back up front, Keith's now going to make it too wide.
Yeah, as he tries to make a move on the outside, doesn't have a lot of help behind him, as the closest car being Collicott. Good chunk of time back, but starting to reel him in, and hoping that he's going to get a little bit of a boost as they make their way through. A little bit of a lift going into the corner for Collicott there, and almost caused Brad Young to try and almost drive over him there, but was able to keep it going. The top line starts to kind of work together, this little group of 4 or 5 here. Should definitely make some headway, because the bottom group does not look very competitive, but it is Witt.
Yeah, I think on that one, I was going to disagree with you, partly due to the fact who's in the first and who's in fourth, right? But I'm kind of struggling to find a reason to disagree with you. Yes, the top line are not by any shape of the imagination running smooth, right? You can see that there. Keith's out. Behind that, Collicott's up there. Sizewell's up there. You've got Brad up there as well. Now, they need to just literally straighten up. I think that's the thing. Not straighten up as in go just drive straight and there's a wall there, you know, before anybody comments on anything that I've said. Oh, yeah. Get that ball, get back in line. There you go from Mr. Young. But you know what I mean? Just straighten up the running where you can here. And I think this is because I've been a culprit of this and I've seen people do it as well. I just think it's that blindness that you end up with behind the car in front of you. And I say that, you go on board with Young here. He can't see where the corner necessarily banks going straight in, right? He can't see where the corner starts. So at some point he could end up just driving straight, missing the corner, and then realizing he's got to do it and turn. And I think that's the hardest thing with plate racing like this, where you are so check up. That you could end up just literally missing the turning point of the corner.
It's definitely a possibility. It's why it's actually really important. It's funny because people are always like, oh, it's plate, stricter plate racing. It doesn't really matter. You just go turn left every once in a while and you're good to go. There's not really a whole lot of practice. But on this track especially, I'd say obviously a little bit less for Daytona because it's kind of easier to sort of see the corners, is finding a landmark that tells you sort of where the corner is. So when you are tucked up, you can, sort of see something. I believe here they have the pylons on the right-hand side, so you can see 3, 2, 1. It kind of tells you where the corners are. But if you don't really see them and you're not really conscious of what they're doing, it does make it a little bit trickier, especially if you're super focused on trying to not run over the car ahead of you. you might miss the pylons and kind of go from there. So finding something that's a little larger, or at least a better call out for that kind of thing might help, but it is tricky because obviously you can see there's not a whole lot around this track to really go off of. It's going to get even trickier when the night end of things starts coming too, because I think Atlanta's actually getting lights.
You can't count on them pylons or them bollards on the look. They're so small. You're never going to see them quick enough to make a change on that one. And I think, you know, it's just trying to pick out a different landmark. You're not really sure what landmark you're going to pick out, apart from looking at maybe the wall. Is there anything on the wall? You could say the black sign on the right-hand side might give you an idea, but generally there isn't a lot. Now, we're looking at Daytona. Are we more looking at a Charlotte-esque quad oval here than Daytona?
I'd say yes, but not at the same time, because with Charlotte, in these cars you have to let. If we're driving straight stock,
I found that out.
Yeah. If we were driving street stock, those are flat out at Charlotte. Charlotte is basically a Daytona for street stock, which is actually really fun, but also very terrifying, because that rookie end of things driving street stocks are not the best of drivers. So it gets a little spicy in that area, but it's sort of that same kind of idea where, because it's that quad oval, you have to take that sort of front straight a little differently, and you kind of have to react a little differently, and obviously be aware of what's going on to your right and left. If a car does decide to kind of not straight line, there goes Rodney Roberts.
Did people make that through? Oh, doesn't look like many did.
Sizemore did not.
No, Keith did not either.
Brusso didn't. But hey, Terry Spainhauer made it. TJ.
Yeah, he did. Sorry, for some reason my timing software is all out of whack at the moment. It doesn't even have that on there. Let's safely say Roberts lose that on his own.
No, I think he gets hit by Keith behind him. The 4 car, I think, makes contact not straight on. I think that might have sent him, because as they're entering the corner,
he's going to touch.
Actually, no.
Collicott.
I don't think he does. I think Keith checks up. Collicott going up as he doesn't stick down to that line, and just unfortunately catches Rodney Roberts. That sort of, I mean, Keith eventually and Rodney Roberts make contact, but at that point it's a little late, and there goes Russo into the back of Rodney Roberts. Does Young make contact, or is he slammed on the brakes and managed to avoid it?
I think there was a wall in there somewhere.
It's Russo again. Yep. Hit a peg.
Yeah. Oh, Sizemore. Yeah.
That was a second hit of the wall. And Keith clips Jackowitz further up. Somehow TJ has made it through that entirety.
Again.
Not really sure how. Yeah, I don't know what horseshoe he found, but it's definitely working for him.
Yeah, I think for TJ on that one, that would be a... look at him dive down to the floor. That's the question, isn't it? He kind of dive down to the apron, and cars coming everywhere here. Is there going to be another one off Keith? Oh, you can see him coming as well. You can see him coming.
And TJ's just drifting the corner, keeping himself somehow not from going
coming.
Completely around.
He's still coming. Oh, no. Pick a side. Pick a side. TJ's going up. Keeps now on the brakes. He does manage to weave his way through there as well. So, yes, I do fully agree. I'm not quite sure what horseshoe he has managed to get hold of. Keith's still somehow leading the race, but he has not pitted.
Yes, I was going to say, you can see a little bit of gap damage there. If you look at the front bumper, it's a little banged in. I don't know if he's got any other damage, but yes, we'll see as Brad Young up in P2 right now. That's
I was going to see if I can pull somebody in, but then I realised that they're lining up, actually, so I'm going to leave them alone for Joshua Keith to get on there. Who is in? Mountain Water Liquid Death.
Ah, liquid death. Fantastic. That's green, I believe.
What is liquid death?
It's canned water, basically. Sometimes they have sparkling and flat, I guess. But it's a water company that uses.
Did you just call sparkling and flat?
Yeah, that's.
You not use sparkling and steel?
Well, same thing. I don't know. I never know. I just get water because I think sparkling water tastes like TV static and is pointless. But
no, I'd be more interested to know how to blink and how you know what TV static tastes like. I've got to be honest.
Well, you know how if you have your the older TVs, so
yes,
we had to do before all the flat screens and stuff like that. But it was like on you try and touch the TV screen, you get that tingly kind of feeling.
Keeps going in the pits.
Oh, there you go.
It's going to go in the pits. It's going to free up Young. Is there a delayed start here? Because the lights, I'm sure, were off.
Brusso did extend the caution. Not sure why, but he has extended the caution.
Oh, okay. Well, Keith's now gone in. That's going to free up Brad Young. Take up the mantle. Well, effectively at the front, but it's normally that bottom line, isn't it? So I'm not quite sure how they were going to work out. LFG Peggles says All Odds ZT in the YouTube chat. Welcome in. Thanks so much for joining us here as we battle around for the Bankrupt 100 at Road Atlanta. It was a bit better, right? 20 laps before the caution.
At least a start, so we know we can do it, so they just need to believe they can do it again. And preferably forever. Until the end.
When they can make it all the way over. That would be absolutely amazing. Are we going to get lights are out this time? I believe we're going to get this one moving once more. Going to free up Mr. Young, who will be on that first place. There he is in that 89 machine. Are they going to allow him to take first, or is that going to be that bottom end that's going to have first?
I honestly have no idea.
Okay. Well,
just because they were in their line already.
Yeah. So surely that just promotes third, which is Derek Green.
First.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so I'm guessing.
Be... Oh, he blinked as well. Yep.
I know, so I was like, oh, did he just get straight up DQ'd? Okay.
No, he blinked as well on that one. Alex Witt has just left Brad Young out like a dirty pair of underpants on that outside line there. Unfortunately for Alex, he dives down onto the inside. That's going to leave Brad strung out. Not quite sure why all of a sudden we're deciding it's a good idea to go backwards faster than we're going forwards here, Mr. Young. You were sitting in second place. Did he just get bullied out there? And unfortunately, they're free wide. Terry staying away. TJ staying well away. Tom Coon still decided he don't need his bumper. Runs that bottom line there under the apron. Well, that was a massive fall from grace from Mr. Young.
Yeah, he got very just hung out to dry.
Is that a pit stop thing? The fact that he didn't take tyres? Or he's not taking a pit stop? Because Derek Green also hasn't taken pit stops either. Both of them all of a sudden are going backwards faster than they're going forwards. Tyres on a race like this, though, I wouldn't necessarily say was the most important thing to have to worry about. But clearly, I could be proven wrong here as Green and Young have gone backwards faster than they've gone forward.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it, Brad Young, I think, must have taken tires on his last pit stop, which was
lap 41.
But because he did have a 15-second or almost 16-second pit stop, but Derek Green only had a 6-second pit stop on lap 41, so I don't think he took the tires. But I don't know what caused them to drop that hard. That was drastic.
It was a plummet. It wasn't even a...
Yeah.
It just literally... It just went backwards. You know, there wasn't any kind of, oh, Brusso, you were that's what I mean about covering up the corner. He did not see the entry for Armor Brusso, hence he ended up running it straight into the wall. But now sitting in, where are you going to be in, actually, to be honest with you, 4th place here. He's got to be careful that outside line don't string him up a little bit, leave him there. If you're going to run that outside line, tuck him right behind him, give him a little bit of a nudge, help him out here as well, stay away from him on corners. That's always a good thing. Now Brusso's muscled his way back in front of Jackowitz. Has left Sizemore on that outside line.
Yeah, there's a lot of leaving guys out, stringing them kind of out on that outside grouping here, and you almost need someone to actually just commit to being on the outside and stick with. There are a couple of guys, preferably if you're teammates, that might help a little bit more. But kind of just play. That outside line is just real squirrely, and I'm not sure what's going on there.
So looks like they're just loose at certain parts of the corner. Well, keep an eye on Sizemore and in that 56 machine, and it just all of a sudden it just seems. And that was just a no. Look, up, down, little twitches on the inputs there.
It looks like it's actually kind of bumpy up high.
Yeah.
You can see him enter the corner. It's a little bumpy.
Move down
right there. Right there, though. Whoa, we're gonna have checkups. That's gonna cause problems. Nope. Okay. And well. So you can cause problems, but Sizemore has a problem that he is now 3 wide.
Yeah, he's going to have a drop in.
Caught,
there you go.
Hitting the wall there, and this is very stressful.
Yeah, I think I've given birth to 4 kittens already. Really don't need any more. I can tell you that much here as well. What's Spain going to do in that number 86 machine? Is he going to stay? Oh, Sizemore goes down onto the apron, and that leaves Spain out to run that top line, gain that one position. Jackowitz is having a right old little squeeze of somebody there. A little bit squirrely coming out of the corner, did Mr. Jackowitz, and nearly lost himself altogether. Witt's trying to go up high. I don't think he's going to jeopardize bringing Michelle into this early on, is he?
Think so.
Oh, well, there you go. Answers that question.
Yeah, I guess so. I know nothing.
Oh, Terry. TJ, you strung out, bud. Pick a lane. Do you know what I would do here? And no offense, Seth did it first. I would have dropped on the bottom as well. Unless he's going to commit to that outside run and try and get onto the back of Ericsson here, which is further up. I think I would be looking at maybe using that bottom lane and jumping onto the bottom there, trying to get some form of draft from somebody. Seth's going to try and push him along. Go on, Seth, do it for me in that Penrite 59 machine there. As these guys continue to fight, we're going into 25 to go. Trogdon is in pit lane. David Trogdon is in the pit lane. No other reason about the fact he's just in the pit lane. As TJ does manage to get back onto the pack there as well and makes his way forward.
Yeah, like the outside line when it's going is flying.
Yeah.
Like they're not really, sticking around with the inside line at all. Like, they are flying. Problem is they can't seem to put anything together and stay consistently together. Then the gap starts to form, and then the inside line starts really pulling them off. That guy's dropping down to the bottom as we see both Jamalin and I think that was Ericsson that just dropped right down. That leaves that huge gap, and then the top line kind of just peters out. Other than the first 3 there of Witt, Michael, and McLaughlin, they stayed nice and together. But yeah, you can see it. So immediately the top line gets caught. They get back together, and they fly by again. Oh, that's going to be...
Nope, he's going to hold it. Ericsson held it. That was him and Radel.
Yeah, that was a little sketchy.
Yeah, Radel held it as well. McLaughlin, Michelle, Witt, Jamelin's all the way back up now as well. Thank God for that. I did not want to be responsible for him not even remotely getting near the front, but that outside line, Sizemore's attached itself on it as well. Now Sizemore's making his way forward. 5 seem to be going faster than 2. Jamelin's pushed out to the top. It's literally 2, 4, 6, 7 car fight here. And in the middle is that number 86 machine. He's got to be careful though. Got to be careful. There's a back marker there as well. That's 19th place Mr. Rodney Roberts, who was riding flying high at one point here. And now, unfortunately, it looks like he's just about to be lapped.
He had a little bit of an unfortunate connection to go with earlier on, and a little banged up on that car now. And fortunately, once you lose that draft and have to come back out, I think that's green going into pit lane as well there. He's got himself a Keith. I'm curious then if that means Young's going to come in fairly shortly here. Doesn't look like it on this lap.
What do we think on tyre wear? Let's just be realistic about it. What is the situation on tyre wear? Is this going to eat them, or is this going to be typical plate racing where you don't really go through as much tyres?
I would have assumed it'd be closer to be more like that plate racing, not wearing the tires as much. And then I don't know why they would have been given 4 sets, so maybe there's a lot more tire wear than I was expecting. And based on how absolutely ridiculous that collapse was from Brad Young and Green there, maybe there's a lot more issues with tire wear. It seems like still a lot that they have to deal with that wasn't as much of a necessity as I would have expected.
Yeah, you can see the guys still muscling around there. Brusso's just got a little bit coming off the wall. It looks like these front 4 are going to have this breakaway for 18. No, we're not. It's got to be further back. Oh, there it is. Cody Kern. Oh, ouch. Is that coming up into Radel?
Oh, I think he loses a little bit, or he gets touch connected maybe, but then he.
Collicott? Nope.
Collicott avoids it.
He's coming up. Radel's coming down. Radel.
Yeah, I think they just both went the opposite direction of each other.
Yeah.
I don't think Cody Kern could get any, like, he couldn't really turn because Collicott was on his inside, so he had to push the corner a little bit, and I don't think, unfortunately, I don't think that Radel realized that there was that third car just underneath him, so he had to adjust as well, and just didn't quite work.
No, it did not. Radel's going to dive down in pit. Well, everybody's diving down in pit lane. I'm not really surprised. Apart from Tom Kuhn, who's decided I don't need a bumper and I don't need a pit stop. What about Mr. Spainhour Senior in that Kelly 10 machine? Is he going to come down? He is. Mr. Roberts is going to try and get a lap back. Fair play. And that leaves Tom Kuhn out in front, allowing the pace car to go through, and we're going to catch up now as well once he is moving again. The race on pit lane. Oh,
what the heck just happened to Peg?
Well, we're going to bring him in anyway. He's just shown us how not to exit the pit lane.
That's good.
Tell us about that moment there, Seth. What happened?
I heard the Discord notification that I'd been move channeled right as I went to gas it up, and it scared the daylight out of me. And I looped it.
Yes, you did, and we did. We did see it live. Like to point out that's why you turn sound notifications off, dear sir.
That is a good idea for next time. I'll note that.
I would as well, to be honest. You can turn them all off in one go. Listen, how's it going out there, bud?
It's a bit chaotic. A lot of movement in the lines up the front, so I've sort of been trying to just protect myself. I don't have a fast repair anymore. Stay towards the back and avoid the wrecks. I was lucky there. I got just in front of the people that were wrecking, so didn't have to worry too much about wreck avoidance. But yeah, we're getting to the last part of the race. It's going to start being 3 wide at some points. I'm getting ready for some chaos.
All right, what's the ambition?
Ambition, finishing the race on 4 tires is probably a good start. Top 10, easily doable, I reckon.
All right, mate. Well, listen, I'm going to pop you back now. Turn your notifications off.
Thank you.
And don't loop it again.
All right, will do.
We did see it live. Take care, Seth.
Thank you.
Oh, dearie me. That's why you turn your notifications off, everyone. As well. Or you go on Do Not Disturb. There is a button for that. Tom Kuhn pitted on 62. Whit pitted just a minute ago. TJ sitting in 5th there. Is Tom Kuhn going to drop like the others?
I mean,
Possibly?
because of his tires, I'm going to say no. I would be more concerned that he's going to drop because he has no front bumper. And his drafting abilities and all of that is probably not going to go so well.
He's going to be out in front. What does he need it for?
Yeah, that's usually what they want to do. Have no front bumper and just slide on through.
Well, it's providing airflow down to the floor, which will then suck that car onto the ground, right? You know, aerodynamics and all that. Right, here we go. Well, let's see what does happen to Mr. Tom Kuhn as he is leading the field. Into the go restart zone we go. It's going to be green flag racing. We've gone, by the way. There is a green flag. We are running now. That bottom line again. What is it about this area that they're not getting right here? We were green for a good couple of seconds before it even decided that they were going to move. And now Keith gets going. Now he gets moving again. But we saw it again. They didn't go anywhere on the restart.
Yeah, and he's flow. I think that front bumper, as much as, yeah, you don't really need it on a draft course or draft tracks, that's usually when you're in behind somebody. When you're leading, you just aren't going to have the speed. And you can really see it's hurting them, as I think that's now 5 cars that have gone right by.
Yeah.
Like that outside line, and like if you're Cullicott and Dan Michel, like you need to get by him fast, otherwise you're gonna get stuck and have nowhere to go. Oh,
there's a block. There's a tap. Michel's off somewhere into the unknown. Not quite sure where you're going. Oh, Kuhn, what are you doing?
Stressing us out. I think that's his game plan. We don't have quite enough stress, so he's just adding us.
Yeah, absolutely. But there is something going on the racetrack at this moment in time that I'm not going to try and mention because we've still got 12 to go. But there could, you know, something exciting might happen.
Oh, yeah. I know what she's talking about.
I'm just going to shut me off this door.
Do I
don't.
Do I jinx it for you?
No, don't say anything at this moment in time. I am sitting there I've just not said anything about it at this moment in time. And if you're a number 86 fan, you will know what I'm going on about here as well. But Jamelin goes underneath the inside now, working together. Witt has just gone and decided enough is enough. No, you're not coming through anymore as we go into this final 10 now. The front 5, 6, 7, 8 cars battling it out. Are they going to hang this outside line? What's going to be happening with Brown and McLaughlin and Mr. TJ? They're in the same Discord chat. Collicott has just almost got up the outside. Witt's brought that outside line closer. If he's not careful, Brusso just taps Spainhow going into the corner. Spainhow manages to hold it. Alex Witt is going to get pushed out. Are they going to leave Alex Witt down there as well? Is Brandon McLaughlin going to come over? They are going to leave him there. Brusso's now trying to pick him up. It's almost going to be 3 wide with 9 to go. TJ's kind of strung out on the outside. He got left there by Brandon McLaughlin. It's 3 wide. TJ Spainhow are going on the outside. Jackowitz on the inside. Brusso, who are you going to push? Get up there on the outside, Brusso. Move it. Oh, all right then. Maybe not. Slide, TJ. There you go. Good job, son. And he's gone from the dizzy heights of 3rd down to the lonely heights of 9th in a matter of corners for TJ. And that does leave Jamelin, Collicott and McLaughlin now pushing out. McLaughlin, I'm not going to say did the dirty on him there, but kind of left him out a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely didn't give him the best of abilities to kind of react and move and all that kind of stuff. So unfortunately for him, I think that's going to be a tough one to bounce back from. But hey, we have 8 laps left. Who knows what could happen? We've seen crazier things.
Outside line getting a move on now as well. TJ's up there. Brusso, pick up. Oh, don't do it again, TJ. You've just done it once and strung yourself up like a kipper. Oh!
Whoa!
Break! Oh, he makes it through!
No way.
He made it through.
How?
I don't care. I don't care how. He made it through on lap 94. We'll pick up on where it happened first. This is Collicott and McLaughlin. Oh, dude, way too close. Way too close going into that corner. Oh, yeah, it's almost pushing him already.
I'm trying to see where contact is made here.
And I'm trying
right there.
There, Witt's in there as well.
Yeah, right there. He just hooked him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Witt can't do anything, and I don't know. Yeah, Witt gets connected with, I think that's Trenton Kimmel on the inside, and somehow TJ slips through.
Not the point. It's not the point of how. It's the point of the fact that he did. Okay? It's all that matters when you're coming into this part of the race. How did Mr. Terry Spainhour end up? Well, that looks solo. Oh.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. It looks like.
Was not solo. Where's Collicott?
Interesting.
I'm
Interesting.
going to rely on the fact that he didn't see him coming up and Collicott didn't see him going down, or vice versa.
Yeah, I think that's. I think you mean that in reverse, but yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Oh, stop it! You're being pedantic. You know what I mean? Stop being picky.
One of us has to be.
Yeah, this is true. Right, Andrew Chamberlain now here with the safety car. Chamberlain out in front. Hold on to your hats, guys. It's gonna be getting spicy going here on the final lap. On the inside, it will be 1, 3, 5. On the outside, will be 2, 4, and 6. So that's the Jakowitz, Brusso, Spainhour with Kimmel, Eriksson, and Jamelin on the inside. In the pits, Dan Michel, Derek Green. Nope, he's out on a race circuit. Terry W. Devon Collicott, Mr. Roberts, I believe, is he back up and moving? He is. Brandon McLaughlin, Cody Kern, Trogdon, and I think we've lost Calvin Ross a long time ago. So, yeah, hold on to your hats. 4 laps to go. It is going to be effectively a green-white checker, really, when they go over the line.
Oh, yeah, we are going to. Ooh. Gonna get a little spicy now, and I'm excited for it. Let's see what happens.
I'll tell you one thing, if that bottom line don't get that start right, that top line's going to be gone.
Yes. Brusso's holding on to P3, by the way. I'm just gonna...
I know. I've not jinxed him either.
It's my job.
Yeah, that's your job. I'm trying to stay away from the people that I can see that, you know, would be exuberant up here in the booth, should we say. To the point of where I've had to shut my office door just in case. Because my little girl's back to school tomorrow as well. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, I know. My kids are asleep after the summer break. So, yeah. I'm going to just try and keep it down a little bit. But I don't know. Depends on the start of that top line.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting on who gets the best start coming out of this.
I wish they would stop jiggling and jostling.
Yes.
Right. Here we go. Who's gonna get it? We're going to be coming in to that Geico restart zone very, very shortly. There it is. Green flag's dropped. The bottom line's gone. Top line almost got moving. Whoa, Jakowitz got a big old slide on there. And Brusso did not really get to go anywhere, but he's going to try and catch up, and he is going to catch up quite fast. TJ's in there as well. We've got 3 to go here. We're going to be on a Brusso push it. Oh, dearie me, Brusso did push him. Here comes TJ as well. He's got a run on that high line coming around into turn 3. It is free to go. It's Jamelin, Jakowitz, Brusso, Eriksson, Spainauer, and also Kimmel down on that inside line in that Sour Patch machine. But it's coming down now. 2 to go. It's going to be a... Oh, stay out the wall. Brusso went and thumped the wall. Oh, dearie me. This is going to be an interesting last one.
I'm just hoping we make it to the white flag here, as it looks like Brusso giving a huge push. Trenton Kimmel gets up in front of TJ.
Yeah, to be fair.
Oh!
Stay out of the way! Stay out of the way!
Oh, there it goes. All right, green, white, checkered.
Just near the end. Literally so close from going over the line. And that was Matt Eriksson and Noel Jakowitz, I think. Oh, was he released from Brusso coming out the corner there?
I believe so.
Armand Brusso. You little rascal, you. There's going to be contact coming out, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yep.
he just gave him a little bit of a push, and
Down he went.
Yep.
Into Jamelin. Eriksson's going to come in with a FUD hit. And unfortunately, that has put Armand Brusso out in front. Jamelin in second. And you have Kimmel, Radel, Michelle, and TJ. That is a wave around on the outside there. Not David Trogdon. Who was that that's just got that wave around? That was Derek Green. Got the wave around. We are going to go GWC here. Hold on to your hats at home. Sit back. Let us know who you're rooting for here. But it is Armand Brusso, Andrew Jamelin, Kimmel, Radel, Michelle, Spainauer, and Witt, who's got himself back into 7th place. It's going to be a GWC green, white, checker finish here at Road Atlanta. Not Road Atlanta. At Atlanta Motor Speedway. Apologies. On that one.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out. I think we missed early, like very early off that restart. I believe it was Tom Kuhn ended up spinning out off the restart. I'm not sure what happened, but very early on, he kind of just, yeah, there he goes. Yep. But nothing was called out of it, and he just kind of went flying by. So wasn't sure if anything did happen.
Was that him just accelerating over off that line on the inside there?
I wasn't sure if it was that or if he got a bump from Dan Michel, but whatever it was, it didn't go well for him.
No. Bit of a tough one to see. We've got a bit of a lap. Let's see if we can... Nope. No.
Just himself.
Yeah, just himself. Catching the apron. And unfortunately for Tom, he went round. Right. I wonder if Brusso's sweating buckets here. And I know he listens while he's driving, so come on, Nesquik.
Nesquik, be quick.
Yeah, let's see if he can bring the chocolate home. Let's see if his milkshake will bring all the girls to the yard. Here for Armand Brusso. Down the back straight. What a horrible fault, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know what Brusso's shaking his milkshake to bring all the boys to the yard. But anyway. Oh, dearie me. It's late. I apologise. Right. Let's see what goes on now. Who's going to go where? Who's going to do what? And who's going to come out on top? And are they going to make it over the line? Radel needs to be pushed up here. You need to get up. You got to be tailing Jamelin. Got to be tabling. That's it. I would literally be pushing him along. Brusso's going to get the jump on the bottom line. Radel, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Here we go. Now we're green again. again, that top line didn't really get moving. The bottom line did. Now he's just gone and left Rado out there. If I was TJ, I'd get in. That's the one. Get in Nossel in there. Leave Rado out there as well. But it's now coming down. Brusso's out in front. Andrew Jamelin, Kimmel, Michelle, Radel, Spainhour coming on to this final lap, Kenton.
100%. My finishing 3 was, yep, that was them. Yep.
Don't even go there. Was it Nora? Oh, Radel's now got a bit of a push, but it's coming out of the front here. It's on the final lap of the race. It's Armand Brusso. Andrew Jamelin, is he going to chuck blocks for days here for Brusso? He's got to be surely hanging on to this one for dear life. He's coming up that back stretch now as well. Jamelin's going to get a little bit of a run. Brusso's can't decide. He's left the inside. No! All the corners to leave the inside open. You do it on the entrance to 2-2. 3. That's going to bring Andrew Jamelin. That's going to bring Andrew Jamelin. He's going to come over the line.
Some full contact going through there, and everything's going to end in disaster at the end.
Why did he leave the door open?
I have no idea.
That is not a way. I'm going to see what happens with the contact behind there as well, by the way, because it was quite a little bit. Radel gave Brusso a little bit of a love nudge. Kimmel goes down to cover off Michelle. Michelle then comes off the side of the circuit. He's going to try and get back up, I would have probably imagined. Radel's in there again. Brusso's coming down there. And unfortunately, all hell breaks loose. Kimmel goes in over the line. Does he get that third? He does, however, get third place as Spainhour and Witt just sit there wondering what the blinking Jesus Nora was actually going on. But Andrew Jamelin does take the win. I don't feel so bad now, Kenton, because he missed his pit box earlier on. But here are the results. Andrew Jamelin in first, Armand Brusso in second, Johnny Kimmel in third, Dan Michelle in fourth, Anthony Radel in fifth, then Alex Witt and TJ come over the line 6th and 7th, Rob Sizemore in 8th, Seth Pegg 9th, Noel Jackowitz 10th, Bradley Young not bad 11th, Matt Erickson in 12th, Derek Green in 13th, Tom Cooten 14th, Rodney Roberts 15th, Joshua Keefe 5th, Rodney Roberts 15th, Keith in 16th, Collicott and Terry Spainhour a good few laps down towards the end there. And then, of course, Brandon McLaughlin, Cody Kern, Trogdon and Ross, who did not finish this evening's racing. But let's bring him in to the waiting room. We're going to have a chat with Mr. Trenton Kimmel, who come over the line in third place there as well. He has joined us up here in the booth. Trenton, welcome in, buddy. Congratulations on your third place. Great job there.
Thank you so much, man. I'm still sort of processing what happened at the end there, and I'm ecstatic. I'm so happy.
Yeah, dude, you've taken a third place. I would be as well. It got a little bit chaotic though towards the end.
Oh, it got more than a little bit chaotic. I mean, I was looking forward coming into 3, going with the 65 of Andrew, and all of a sudden I just see everybody behind me just swarming. I get a solid hit. I don't even know who hit me in the rear bumper. It sent me forward and everything. I finished sideways. I don't know. I'm just, I have such a wave of emotions right now. I'm just, this is amazing.
Yeah, it was, dude. You did an absolutely stellar job there as well. Yes, you did finish sideways. I will tell you that one. You did finish sideways between you and Dan Michelle. Yeah, it looked awesome coming over the line as well. Like, take a nice little picture shot and stick it up on your wall in a frame there, but it looked absolutely amazing.
Oh, I absolutely will. I'm definitely making a new wallpaper out of this one.
Yeah, I would as well, mate. And congratulations on your third place. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Always thank you to my parents for supporting me. It's really just, it's been a rough couple of months. The entire summer season was just so hard for me. I thought of giving up so much. But then finally just to come here and get third place, I thank them for always being beside me, even when I'm just having a little emotional meltdown, wondering why I even try to compete at all.
Yeah, I know, dude. We all get that. Don't you worry about it too much. And Angie is mum, isn't she?
Yeah, Angie is mom.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
my mama.
Well, there your mum. Be proud of your boy. He finished in third place there. Well done, dear sir. Look forward to seeing you at Watkins Glen, seeing how you get on. But congratulations. It's your first podium, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my best finish ever.
Yeah.
Beating my personal best of 5th, so
Well,
going up, let's go.
Yeah, going forward, dear sir, and then we go to Watkins Glen. Let's see if you can get a first place there as well. But a great job, buddy, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you so much, man. Thank
Take
you
care,
very
bud.
much.
Well done.
You too.
Oh, he seems so made up, Kenton, doesn't he? I mean, first podium.
Yeah. Yeah, he seemed very, very excited. That's why we do
Absolutely.
this, just the enjoyment.
Yeah, I love that. I've got to love that as well. But let's have a chat with the man that led on the last lap. There will be a question of why we opened up the inside door there, but let's find out from him here as well. He did lead going into the final lap. Mr. Armand Brusso. Armand, welcome in. Congratulations on your second place. I believe that's your first second place for a very long time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Dude, don't do it. Don't you coming in here with all sourpuss face. I can tell you that much. You finished second. You did, however, leave the door open on the final lap.
I thought I had friends, but I lost all my friends tonight. So I don't know. It's frustrating. Someone tells you they got your back and they're gonna push you to win, and then they just stick the middle finger out the window and drive by.
Yeah, but that is what is cool racing there, Mr. Brusso. But listen, you did a good job. You got a second place.
Yeah, I needed a good finish, but I could have done a little bit better.
You did. Listen, dude. You did well. It's your first podium for ages. Revel in it. Enjoy it. Yes, it could have been one up, but you did a great job and finished in that second place. So, come on, cheer up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be happy about it tomorrow. I'm just a little disgusted right now. That's all.
All right, man. Anyone you want to shout out before I let you go then, bud?
I'm all set. Have a good night, guys.
And you, man. Take care. Okay, he didn't sound too happy.
Nope.
Did we miss?
A little bit opinion the other direction apparently, but yeah, we'll see. He said tomorrow's a new day and he'll be all good.
Do we see what the winner says then as well? The man that took stage here and then comes in, missed his pit box shooter, me talking to him, so I'm glad he did not finish down that low as well, but he did take the victory there as well. One, Mr. Andrew Jamelin. Andrew, welcome in, buddy. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to pull it off because the restarts before that were a little rough, but I'm glad we were able to.
Yeah, you did a great job, mate, as well as the stage and the the win overall. And trust me, you made me a very happy man there because after missing your pit box when you were talking to me after your stage win, I did feel incredibly bad.
Hey, I got redemption for it, so water under the bridge doesn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never happened.
Nope.
Never happened.
Ignore it. It won't be on YouTube forever. All right, don't do it. Don't do it on that one. But listen, it was tough out there. We saw it. There was a lot of movements up in front as well. There was a lot of sidey sides. There was a lot of wall taps. People coming down the track. There was a lot going on in that race, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, there was a lot. Whether you were on the top or whether you were on the bottom line, there was just a lot of backing up, and then on top it's just a lot of people in the wall or also backing up there. So it was just crazy. The whole race, all 100 laps.
Absolutely. Was it important to get friends out on the racetrack?
For sure. I'm really glad I could have Trenton behind me and helping me push me on that backstretch there without killing me. And yeah, I'm just glad.
Was you ever gonna stay behind Brusso, or was you just gonna go around him?
I don't know, because I knew for sure that because he left the bottom open on the backstretch, I
Yep.
knew that Trenton would take that chance. So I was like, well, I might as well take this chance with him and see where it takes me, and took me to victory lane. So
Fair play. Fair play on that one as well. If somebody's going to leave the door open, as we say up here in the JPB booth, you're going to get robbed. And, well, it was a big rob on the outside. But listen, well done. Congratulations on your victory. Angie's in YouTube chat there with Go Trenton. But you have got, who come in earlier on that one? Jessica is in YouTube chat. So who told me no need to apologise for my earlier incident. So well done on that one, bud. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
I'd like to shout out my parents. Jessica, that was my mom.
Oh,
She's
there's a
totally
lot of
right. You have
mums.
you have nothing to apologize for. I'd like to thank everybody back at home too. Just everybody that's watching right now. Just like to thank them a lot for the support.
Awesome stuff. Well done, dear sir. Congratulations on your win, and we look forward to seeing you next time out at Watkins Glen.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Okay, well, we see, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? 2 out of 3 smiles.
Yeah, that's
better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. Yeah, it was a little interesting, but hey, I've been there. I've been in races where it's you think one thing's gonna happen, something else does, and it just a kick to the gut a little bit. So I get that, but at this point, it's gonna be one of those. We'll see how it all plays out, and over the next couple of days, we'll be, I'm sure, best of friends again.
Yeah, I did probe a little bit to see if the mates were, the front two. Clearly, there seems to be a difference of opinion on that one. But listen, we go to Watkins Glen next week. We love a good road circuit up here in the JPB booth, don't we?
Well, at least I do. Half of us enjoy road circuits, but that's our fun time, is the Canadian and North American loving a road and the Brit hating it. So we'll see.
Hate's a strong word. I think.
I watched you. I was here when Chicago street circuit. Hate might be the right word.
Yeah, I think for me it's just not. I don't know. But anyway, listen, I'm not going to get into it now as well. I had a broken tie rod at the end there. Well, I'm not surprised. There was a lot going on that final lap, Mr. Bradley Young. So well done just for getting over the line, to be honest with you there, sir. But that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks so much for joining me here as well. Bit of a quiet week on JBB this week, but we do come back on Saturday, I believe, with a 6-hour endurance race. You can get yourselves involved with and come along for that one, and also VWFC. But for now, I've been James Parfitt. I've been alongside Kenton Sportak as always, and take care. Have a great week, and guess what? You never know. We might see you on a track sometime. Good night.